Panagdayat sa tanan and welcome to Physical Education and Health 14. I am Sir Justin Romer Monteron. I'll be your teacher in this semester. Let's first have a short orientation. By the way, this orientation is only applicable for those taking online class or blended learning. If you are taking modular, you may skip this part and proceed to our lesson discussion. For our first concern, video conference, we'll be using the Zoom meeting application for our video conference because daghan may siyang feature nga ganahan nako, so that's why kanya tong gamiton. By the way, we will be having a fixed link for our Zoom meeting. Dili na ko mag-send og another link next meeting. All you have to do is to save the link that we are using right now and then i-click lang na ninyo siya every time magpa-schedule ko og meeting. By the way, ang ato ang video conference pod is i-held nato ni siya regularly during our schedule. I request nga i-approach ninyo inyong advisor or i-chat ninyo pangayo mog copy sa giplat nga schedule. Amagutay platted nga schedule. Lahi nang schedule nga naa sa inyong certificate of enrollment. Namantay bago nga schedule good. So, I do hope nga gi-share to sa inyong advisor sa inyo ha. If not, pangayo na lag copy because mao to tong i-follow nga schedule. So for our second rule, during our Zoom meeting, I will be muting you upon your entry. Nga naman, it is to avoid further noise problems bitaw. Maka-distract magud siya sa ubang classmates and it will greatly affect our teaching and learning process. So, i-mute gid nako mo. But naman po'y times no that you need to voice out, especially kung namoy questions or other concerns. So you can always use the raise hand feature sa tuang Zoom meeting application. You can always look for that. Pangita lang kung asa na dapita siya. And then man-notify man ko kung gagamit mo ana nga feature so that I can unmute you and then you can voice out your concern. Naman po tay. So, what if maulaw mo voice out, mo storya? We can also use the chat box feature. If na may questions or other concern, you can type your questions there sa chat box. So, you are also given the option to send the question privately to me or to send it to everyone. Makakita ang tanan. Kung maulaw mo sa inyong question or sa concern, you can send it privately to me. So, maura to siya atong concern sa atong video conference. Let's proceed to the activities. So, we'll be using the GenU e-learning platform because if you have noticed, most teachers are using the Google Classroom. But for me, magamit ko GenU nga naman. Mas beneficial siya sa atua kay gibayaran ninyo ang GenU. The Google Classroom is free, tapos ang GenU mo'y gibayaran ninyo. So, unfair po sa inyong part kung dili nato ni siya gamiton. So, let's bear with this, no? I understand na some are having difficulties in accessing GenU. By the way, I do hope naka-answer ratanan sa kuang naka-answer ratanan sa survey nga ko ang gipost sa GenU. Gipost na ko to siya last week pagyud and upon reading the result, analyzing the result, siguro 50-50 no. Some are having difficulty in accessing GenU while others don't have difficulties at all. So good thing for those sa wala galisod. So if ever galisod mo access sa GenU because hinay og signal, do not worry because ang deadline pud sa akong mga activities is dili orada. Meaning to say sa kuang manggong activities tagaan ako mog 1 week nga deadline. I mean, 1 week nga duration para maka-answer good mo. So, ana lang na siya. Okay? So, ayaw po mo kabalaka, no? Mag-post ra kog activities as well as recorded discussions during our scheduled time to meet. Makita ninyo ato ang schedule sa giplat nga schedule sa ato ang principal. Pangayo lang mo ana sa inyong advisor. So, this is actually one concern nga ako ang nadungog, gabalik-balik sa ako ang messages last semester atong ga-implement big GenU e-learning. Some students are complaining nga dili sila ka-answer sa GenU because dili sila notify nga ga-post na day ang teacher. So, I would like to remind you no nga you are students right now. Meaning to say you are expected to check your learning platform on your schedule. I-check ninyo yung platform in case nga ga-post ang teacher. Basically, dapat yun mo check, kaga klase good mo. in my case, i-check ra ninyo siya during our schedule because sure kung naka-upload na ko ana. And mora to akong concern sa tuang activities as well as sa tuang video conference. Mora to tong roles. For another kuan, for other kuan lang ni sila concerns, please do not forget to take down notes. So you need to take note of our discussion of the important things. You need to have documentation. Dili ni siya requirement but it is a must. This is something that students need to do, manggod. You need to keep a record of what we are discussing. Since students, manggod mo, di ba, mo manay ginabuhat ninyo itong face-to-face. So, how is it different sa online class? So, dapat mag-take note yapon mo. So, maura na ito ang concern sa itong orientation. If you still have questions or other concerns, do not hesitate to contact me sa kuang Facebook account. Okay, let us now proceed to our discussion. Let's first talk about the physical education na subject na anyuhang naagian. Atong first year mo, we have the PE 11. Your PE is all about exercise and routines. If you can still remember, we have there the fit principles, naga-exercise mo, and mostly ginabuhat ninyo is ga-Zumba. For PE 12, second semester atong grade 11 mo, sports ato ang PE. If you can still remember, na atay pa tournament ato, badminton atong tournament ato. For PE 13, last semester, we have dances. So, dances man to ang ano, inyo ato ang PE and ang gigamit pod sa mga teachers ani, may PE teachers is the TikTok. Gipasabit mo videos using TikTok. So, unsa ka ato ang PE 13? Guided nga si 11, exercise, si 12, sports, si 13 kay dance. Unsa ka ni siya. So, ato ang PE 14 rather, will be discussing this today. Our lesson 1, mao ni siya. Ang coverage ato ang PE 14 is all about recreation and leisure. So, mao ni atong lesson 1. We'll be talking about recreation or leisure. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to differentiate recreation and leisure and understand the impact of recreational activities. I'm very sure kaila na mo unsa ning recreation o leisure. And sure po ko nga ginabaylo-baylo ra ninyo ni sila gamit. So kung pangutan-on ako mo what is the difference of recreation and leisure, so wala kayo mo makita nga difference. But in fact, lahi gyud na si recreation, lahi po na si leisure. Although there are similarities, pero dili gyud na sila pwede ipareha. So let's start with recreation. Recreation are activities people choose to do to refresh their bodies and mind. From the word refresh your bodies and mind, meaning to say kani si recreation, these are the activities nga maka-relax, will give enjoyment or fun. So we have Amy Hord and Dennis Anderson. According to them, recreation is an activity that people engage during their free time. So meaning, kaning recreation, dili na to siya ginabuhat for the whole day. Naray specific nga time. Unsa man siya nga time, kanang vacant time nato. Atong ga face-to-face class pa ta, kanusaman, unsa may vacant time ninyo. So basically, atong recess, vacant time ninyo na, kamunay bahala unsay ninyong buhaton. Basta ma-relax inyo ang bodies or minds. It could be going to canteen, buying food, or playing games. So continue na tog basa ha. People enjoy that people recognize as having socially redeeming values. Next, while recreational activities can take many forms, they must contribute to society in a way that society deems acceptable. Focus sa taning kuan. First statement, recreation activities can take many forms. This is actually true because dili man tay uniform og kalipay, di ba? Since recreation is all about kalipay during vacant time, and lain-lain po ta ginabuhat during our vacant time. Some are playing games, playing sports, some are dancing, singing, some are doing the things that makes them have fun. So basically, dili ta pare-pareha ginabuhat during our recreation. But it is stated here, although lain-lain ta ginabuhat, dapat kanatong gibuhat is socially acceptable pod siya. Meaning to say, dili siya makasakit sa ubang tao. We need to make sure nga dili siya degrading sa society. Good example ani is naman tay familiar mo anang sports nga hunting kang mag-hunt sila og animals. So although it is accepted in other countries, so medyo dili na kay siya gina-tolerate karon because one reason of nga ma-extinct ang usa ka species sa animals is ginahunt sila sa mga tawo. And then humans are doing hunting as their recreations, especially sa ubang countries, no? Ginabuhatan na nila for fun. So that is an example of recreation nga dili siya acceptable sa society. Another thing is taking drugs. For example, simot-simot og marijuana. So dili siya acceptable. Kana pong smoking, so although medyo acceptable na siya, no, but there are some people nga dili gyapon sila ganahan anang ga-smoke silang palibot. So kung mag-smoke ta, dito ra pud ta sa in a private area. Let's proceed to leisure. Leisure is a free time that people spend away from everyday responsibilities, work, school, appointments, etc. So basically, si leisure pod is one of the human rights. So natay karapatan to have fun and to enjoy. Everyone has the right to rest and leisure, including reasonable limitation of working hours and periodic holiday with pay. So, mao pa nay reason no ngano ato ang kung sa work na ay time limit dili maabtag gabi dapat ang work dili 24 hours. Ang work is 8 hours lang. Although na ubang companies 24 hours pero magpuli-puli biya ang mga katrabaho. So dili everyday, dili for the whole day mag-work ang tao. Dapat na ay rest day. Rest time, sorry. Let's have a short assessment. What is the similarity and difference of recreation and leisure based sa tuang di-discuss kaganina? Okay, for those, you may answer this by taking notes or writing your answer to the comments if pwede mo maka-comment. I will give you time to answer. You may pause the video while answering this, and if naka-answer na mo, you may play the video again. You may pause the video now. Okay, I will assume that you already have your answer. I-check na to ha kung correct ba tong answer. Let's start with the similarities. So, both of them, they are used to have fun, to relax, to enjoy, or anything nga maka-refresh sa tuang body. So, may kalainan nila. So, the difference is, going for recreation, this refers to the activity in a short period of time. Kadyot running recreation because remember, ang recreation is ginabuhat activity siya, both recreation and leisures kay activities sila. Pero kani sa recreation, mabuhat ra nato ni siya during our vacant time, during our free time. For example, atong magklase face-to-face during recess or lunchtime. Si leisure, okay, it is an activity in a longer period of time. It could be a vacation or activities nga giapil na sa tuang schedule. For example, playing computer games. Ang computer games, pwede na siya ma-recreation, pwede po na siya ma-leisure. The question is, kanusa man siya ma-fall sa recreation o sa leisure? Ma-fall siya sa recreation kung magdula ka computer nga wala nimo gi planuhan. Bali, wala say labot sa imong schedule. Let's say, imbis ka magkaon kag lunch, imong gibuhat is nagdula ka og computer to have fun. So, kinsa goy magdulag computer during lunch. So, maybe busog pa ka ana, that's why nagdula na lang ka to relax your mind. So, recreation na siya. Mahulog na nga leisure ka ng playing computer kung maapil siya sa imong schedule. What if giplanuhan na gyud nimo nga for the whole day magklase ka, muskwila ka, pagkagabi mga 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. is magdula ka computer. So matawag na siya nga leisure time kung you are doing it regularly or giplano na nimo. So again, do not forget recreation, short period of time ra siya during vacant time. Ang leisure, in a longer period of time or you can do it regularly or appeal na siya sa imuhang schedule. So mo na ang difference between recreation and leisure. I do hope that you understand the difference. If you still have questions or nalibog yapon mo, you may contact me and then try na to assess na inyuhang gikalibgan. For now, please check your Genio account because I've already posted your activity there and be sure to submit it before the deadline. Thank you for coming. I do hope to see you next meeting and on tani next meeting maka-attend na mo sa tuang video conference session. Much better magud nga video conference ta mag-meet. Thank you and God bless.